Surprisingly enough, we had more controversy in the National Football League yesterday because we still don't know what the hell a catch is. The Pittsburgh Steelers took on the New England Patriots, and I believe this is Reyes who put this on Instagram, and this is perfect. So the Patriots score, the Steelers drive down with about 1:06 left when they get the ball. JuJu Smith-Schuster pass and catch from Ben Roethlisberger, 69 yards. And then with under a minute left, Jesse James catches this ball, catches the ball, goes over the goal line, and here you see via Jose Reyes on Instagram, the ball, these are the rules of the NFL, of course. Yes. The ball is automatically dead when it is in legal possession of a player and is on, above, or behind the opponent's goal line. The touchdown is scored the instant the ball crosses the plane of the goal line, yada yada, while in possession of a player whose team is trying to score in the end zone. Look, I thought it was a catch. The Pittsburgh Steelers should have won this football game. Now, even if Tom Brady were to get 35 seconds, is it a lot of time for him to try and go down the field? Sure, but the odds are not in his favor. Absolutely. So what happened was Jesse James caught the ball. No one touched him on the New England Patriots. He reaches over the goal line, and the ball moves, and thus they called it an incomplete pass. I am still befuddled over what is and is not a catch. We are getting to the point where myself, you, Edwin in studio with us, helping us on the floor, and every single NFL fan is still Byron Leftwich. What the hell is a catch? Why are we having this controversy? Did it look natural? I mean, am I taking crazy pills?
Strom, I've been watching the NFL since I was 4 years old. And I remember the moment I finally understood, because I teach my son pieces of the rules of the game, and I was like, I remember I had to learn this in a certain way. Yeah. So I had to teach it to him in a way that makes sense. I was probably 8 before I fully understood what is a touchdown. Yeah. You know, so, and I remember seeing there's the goal line, or if there's a running play and someone punches through and their head gets in, I was like, it's a touchdown. And I know it was the ball, number one. Yeah. The nose of the ball, it can touch the goal line. Or if it's not crossed the thickness of the goal line, it's still a touchdown. And this is the main thing that I learned. I think there's a reason John Madden and Pat Summerall were my favorite duo as a kid. John Madden is the best broadcaster of all time.
They were perfect together.
I loved that.
That was the golden age of the NFL.
One time, I forget which one, I think John told me, in my formative years, John told me, there's an invisible line. Imagine an invisible line that goes from the ground to the universe. They said to outer space, they told me. Yeah. From the ground to outer space.
Quite a line.
Imagine there's a line. If you touch it, if you graze it, it is a touchdown with the ball. That happened yesterday.
It happened. It's true.
The universe, the line that went to the universe was crossed.
Yeah, Jesse James was singing songs and then wanted to cross the plane of the goal line with this invisible line that literally goes up to the equator. And no, that would be perpendicular, wouldn't it?
Oh yeah,
that would be perpendicular.
Thing is, this invisible line goes. It also goes forever in opposite directions.
It does.
It goes up and sideways forever.
So the lines are atoms, as I learned in science class, which I failed almost every year, don't ask.
So because of this catch rule, games have been changed for the past few years over this. In playoffs, as we saw with the Lions got screwed in that year a few years ago.
Oh, it was the past few, no, the Lions didn't get screwed in that. They got screwed week 1 of
there was a big
against the Bears. It was the Calvin Johnson rule because he caught it, and then in order to secure possession, he put the ball on the ground, but the ball didn't move. But still, they said the ball hit the ground. So it was the Calvin Johnson rule. And then I think what you're thinking of is in the past few years when the Packers took on the Cowboys, and it was the Des Bryant catch, left corner of the end zone. Again, put the ball on the ground, and now they're saying, oh, well, it's not a catch because the ball hit the ground. So now we're talking about, well, did the ball move? Like, here's what I don't understand, right? So goal line is here. Jesse James went over, and then as the ball was going over the goal line, it was already there. He then hit the ground with the ball, and it moved the smidgiest of smidges. What I don't understand, Jay, is that when someone is leaping over the goal line, right? And as long as the ball crosses the plane, it's a touchdown.
Absolutely. Guys,
so why is this not a touchdown?
All the time once it's crossed.
Is it because there's contact?
It's because it's a catch versus a run, which is ridiculous.
Right.
Because there's other thing that happened. If this play happened at the 35-yard line, Jesse James caught it, turned. By the way, you know, he turned, his knee hit the ground, his hip hit the ground, and then he reached. Right. If this happened, he was reaching for a first down, and then someone knocked, and then say he landed and the ball came out.
It'd be a fumble.
They'd say, It's a fumble because he made a football move. That's the other part of this. He made the football move. He crossed the goal line. As soon as he crossed the goal line, if you drop it, it would have been a fumble, right?
Yes.
But he's in the end zone, so it's a touchdown. All these things. Okay, so
incomplete pass is what they ruled. But yes, I follow.
If it was middle of the field, apparently it'd have been a little different.
Right.
Somehow.
Right.
So what happens is their rules are conflicting and confusing. I'm not the first to say this. It's been said for the past 7 to 8 years.
Okay.
So what they need to do is make sure the rules are no longer conflicting or confusing. It's really easy. Just make them not confusing or conflicting.
Right.
It's an easy thing to do. I have an idea.
Okay.
Don't make them conflicting or confusing.
It's the JR system.
You know what? I should be a special advisor to the NFL.
You should.
Roger Goodell should pay me about $250,000 for one sentence to come into the
and you should get to ride on his private jet, which is going to be in his new contract.
Absolutely. In the offseason, I'm going to come in and say, hey, don't make him confusing or conflicting.
Yes.
Give me my money.
I would have to agree with that as well.